Hello, hello. This is just a quick, well, not necessarily quick. I just decided to come on and give one card readings if you want to know what 2022, get a preview of what 2022 is going to be like for you. I will let you know. I'm trying to tag myself on Facebook. Okay. All right. Because apparently I'm still blocked on Facebook for 21 more hours. So yeah. I posted a Patreon link and it told me that I violated the privacy and nudity community standards. So if you want a quick reading, just give you one card to give you a preview of a lesson that you'll be learning next year. You can already be getting a preview of what that lesson is for you. I did a collective reading for this week that was pretty informative, and I think everybody should watch that one. The Capricorn reading may be helpful, probably for earth signs, maybe for everybody, honestly, but specifically the Taurus reading, I think everybody will have a message in that reading. I'm pretty sure everybody will have a message. That one was really, really good. The extended reading is on Patreon, so if you want to watch it, please check it out there. I have changed my subscription fees for Patreon, so you can join for as little as $3.33 per month. And that will give you extended readings. And then I have weekly readings on there also. Trying to figure out what the exclusivity is going to be for right now. Patreon has just been getting readings early. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to do zodiac signs. Starting with Aries, 2022 for you. For you, Three of Wands. You could be learning a lesson about patience, understanding how much of a virtue it truly is, and understanding like patience is a virtue. When people say that, you're understanding what that actually means. You're understanding how to take your time. And yeah, taking your time with planning, you're understanding how the effort that you put into something, it gives you, you're understanding the reward for taking your time. This is for Aries. If you want a personal card, let me know. Just comment so I can see it. I think it'll show me like if somebody comments on a different platform, but I don't know. It's kind of tricky. Anyway, you're learning the benefit of taking your time, following your intuition, using your talents, and you're learning the cause and effect of if you rush and do something, how it turns out. And then if you take your time and really put your love into something, how it turns out. So that could be a lesson that you're learning. It could be like a final chapter or final exam. Like you've probably had some quizzes like that this year, but next year you are probably getting that lesson drilled into your mind and like finally like, oh, okay, I get it. And you won't have to repeat certain cycles. That's for Aries. For Taurus, this is just a one card reading for what 2022 is teaching you, what lessons there are for you. Taurus, your card is 10 of Pentacles. You could be learning a lesson about money, about family, about legacy, again, about longevity. Taurus are the type of people who don't really move unless it's absolutely necessary. So you could be learning like, dang, if I would have started investing in something like 3 years ago, I would have gotten so far by now. And it's like you didn't have that vision to see that far ahead. So now you could be doing some planning like way far ahead because you're trying to be efficient. You're like, what's the point in planning 2 years ahead? I might as well plan this 10 years ahead so I can get it over with, be done with it, and then I can chill, which is very Taurian. Like, I'm just going to consolidate my time as much as possible. Sorry if my mic sounds like trash. It might be a little too close or a little too loud. Let's do that. But yeah, you're like, okay, let's plan. You could be planning your finances. Some of you could be planning your end of life. You could be planning doing like, what's that stuff? Life insurance and things like that. Very trying to get balance, like with that 8th house energy. Taurus is the 2nd house, and the polar opposite is going to be Scorpio's house, the 8th house. So you could be handling certain things like that so that your family doesn't have to, or you could be establishing like trust funds or CDs or things like that, like finances, getting your finances in order, get your family in order, your home in order, paying off your home, paying off debt. Something like that, thinking about the stability and the reliability of your time, your energy, your effort, and your money. That is also very Venus in Capricorn as well. So that makes perfect sense. You could be getting your finances in order, thinking about business, making business plans. Or just plans in general, goals. That was Taurus. So Gemini, this is a one card reading. So if you want a reading, please just comment your name, and I will pull a card for you. But this next card is for Gemini. Okay. 2 of Swords. Gemini, you're learning a lesson about indecision and about collecting information. And maybe making decisions gives you a little bit of anxiety. This is Moon and Libra energy. Or maybe something about choices. We also are having this full moon in Gemini, so that makes perfect sense. Well, I mean, you're a Gemini every day, so whatever. Anyway, it's a lesson about learning when to trust your intuition and then learning when to seek external information or validation, or do a little bit more research, learning when to tune others out and learning when to allow others to, or spirit to guide you and work through others to help give you hints. Because you're so dualistic in your truest nature, that kind of gives you a little bit of leverage with finding balance, because it's like you're able to dabble in both sides of everything. So you could be learning how to find balance in the mental space, learning when to tune others out, and learning when to invite advice from others that's going to be playing out in different circumstances or scenarios with other people, within relationships specifically. I think, especially because we got Venus in Capricorn, that's the prequel for this North Node in Taurus. Venus goes direct right around the time the North Node goes in from Gemini into Taurus. So connecting with your femininity, your intuition, allowing yourself to be intellectually and intuitively balanced. All right. That was Gemini. I'm like, did I go out order? No. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Cancer. This next card is for Cancer. Five of Swords. You're learning, you're learning a lesson about disappointment as well. Learning a lesson about defeat. It's like you feel defeat and you feel disappointment, but that's not really what it's about. It's learning when to walk away from something, when to stop thinking about something, when to stop talking about something, when to eliminate something from your energy space, and how to heal something on a mental level, subconscious level even maybe. But with this Five of Swords, it's like learning how to let things be. Like when you see, and you're very intuitive, so it's like, but learning when to put your cape away. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't save everyone, and all it does is just add to frustration and disappointment and discouragement. So it's like nobody wins in this situation. So just prioritizing your time and saving yourself the mental anguish of disappointment by leaving those situations behind that that you should. You know what I mean? Like if it's not going to lead anywhere, if you can tell it's leading to disappointment, it's like, okay, I can't win in this. It's like a draw type of situation. Everybody wants a win. Everybody wants a dub. But a draw is not a loss. So you're learning how to appreciate those moments in life. I was Cancer. Leo is next. Leo. All right, Leo, Justice. You're learning a lesson about decisions and cause and effect as well. You're learning, maybe you have some very important decisions to make. This could represent some type of legal thing as well. Some of you may even be like in law school. So you could be finishing law school or passing the bar or something like that, very specific. But I think mostly it just means that you are elevating in your decision making. This could represent your spirit guides, your spirit team helping you and assisting you, and you understanding the importance of decisions and weighing out the pros and the cons and making balanced decisions. Or it's like also like a final exam of that cause and effect energy of learning about, the decisions you make and then the result of the said decision. If that makes sense. I feel like there's more. You're learning how to just be logical. You're fixed fire, but maybe you're just learning how to, it feels like, Libra is cardinal air. So maybe you're learning how to develop that cardinal, because I feel like it's fixed, mutable, and then cardinal. Well, the zodiac literally goes from cardinal to fixed to mutable back to cardinal. So it's just something, it feels mutable though. It's like but it's more controlled than mutable, because a mutable is just feels like, okay, you're going to go with the flow. But it's very balanced. You're learning about fairness and equality and things like that. And maybe it's just like a very much more balanced way of thinking, a more balanced mindset. The equal sign on her shirt honestly never stood out to me so much. It's still not really that clear, but there's an equal sign on her shirt. So I love that for you, Leo. All right. Next is Virgo. card for Virgo. Your card, the Page of Pentacles. This card can represent you learning something. You could start a new chapter with something. Some of you could be going back to school, getting a new degree, getting your first degree. Some of you could be having a child, or your child could be starting school. But it represents learning something. You're learning something completely new, but it has you very curious. It's a studious type of energy. You're taking your time. You could be learning a lesson about patience as well. You could be learning about money or finances, budgeting and investing, or at the very least, investing your time, energy, or effort into something, or just things in life in general. It's like a new type of exploration for you. You could be discovering new ground or something. Some of you are getting into crystals. Something about traveling and land is very like different areas of land. Like you're an earth sign, so connecting with different parts of the earth, or like a rainforest or the desert or a beach or the zoo, things like that. I don't know. Like different areas of land, something about that is very enlightening for you. It's inspiring for you. You're learning a lot about either people, nature, yourself, things of that nature. Feels good. You're learning something. You're reading a lot or studying. Good for you, Virgo. Libra. The next sign. That's what I meant to do. Okay. Libra. Yeah, I'll take it. Yes. Okay, strength. Love that for you, Libra. Libra, this is about courage, resilience, willpower. You're learning how to be more creative and put yourself out there. With Taurus, kind of your sister sign. It's not your next door sign, but it's like y'all got the same mom. So it's your sister. That makes sense. You're both ruled by Venus, is what I meant to say. So with the Venus ruled North Node next year, I feel like that kind of exalts you a little bit by default, but you're learning how to put yourself out there as well. You could be developing some strength, some willpower, some courage, learning when to hold back. Some of you are also learning how to stand up for yourself. You're getting stronger. You could actually be building physical strength. So maybe you're like doing some type of weight training, CrossFit training, running a lot, walking a lot, running a marathon, preparing for a marathon, something about that. So it could do with literal physical strength as well. All right. What else? Libra, Scorpio. Scorpio, please. Gonna get a card for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, your card is Six of Wands. Ooh, I like that. You're getting a lot of attention. You could be very successful, popular, getting some type of award or rewards for something. It feels like notoriety. It could even be fame. The North Node is going to be in Taurus, but the South Node is going to be in Scorpio. So this could even be you being infamous. But it feels like good energy. It does feel like good energy. I feel like you're being celebrated by who it matters. And you could also just be a lot more creative. Whatever you're going through is bringing you lots of inspiration as well. Six of Wands is standing out. The six specifically is standing out because next year is a 6th year in numerology. So it's about love and harmony and compassion and so I feel like you're getting recognized for your passion. People are understanding and connecting with that on a deeper level, and you are feeling seen and recognized, and that's really important for a Scorpio. So you're finding your people, kind of like you're finding your village, and it's like you're kind of like their leader when it comes to passion and depth, because nobody's deeper than a Scorpio. If that makes sense. So good for you. Love that for you. Scorpio, that was Scorpio, Sagittarius. I keep going over the zodiac in my head to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius. I guess we still got a few more though. Sagittarius. Card for Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius, your card is the Seven of Pentacles. You're learning a lesson about patience and waiting as well. Learning about how much more beautifully things blossom when you take your time, when you pour love, time, and attention, effort into things. You could probably be more like a set it and forget it type of thing. You may be reluctant to slowing down, and maybe like watching paint dry for you. Because Sagittarians are very fire. And when you're a fire sign, you like to move, you like to have fun. Excuse me, you're Jupiter ruled. So Jupiter is extravagant. And this part of life is very mundane and practical. So connecting with that is something that you're learning the importance of. And you're learning something about investing. You could be learning about investing funds, but it could just be about investing your time, energy, or effort. It could be literal material things like money. But you're understanding, or you're reaping the benefit of something that you invested in quite some time ago. So maybe you made some previous investment some years back, and you're getting the return on your investment now. And it's a learning lesson. It's a lesson you're learning because you're learning from the way you invested and what you invested. So either you're happy with what you got or you're not. So it's just like, okay, I know how to do things in a better way next time, or that really worked out for me and I'm happy with the return on my investment. And I know how to flip this now, you know what I mean, and move forward. So there's something about that for you, or somewhere in between, that you're learning. So good for you, and happy birthday. And Capricorn. Card for Capricorn, please. Marvelous goats. Capricorn, please. Card for Capricorn. Okay. I need to take a sip of water. All right. Capricorns. Okay. Oh, you got strength too. So I think you're having a chance to rest, actually. I think you've had to be strong for so long. Capricorns have been in a chokehold since about late 2018. So I think you're learning how to breathe and to let the beast rest. You know what I mean? It's kind of like there's been a settling cloud of PTSD. And now you're learning how to utilize that strength and being creative as well, that Leo 5th house energy. You could be exploring new creative endeavors or different forms of self-expression, But I think you're learning how to break out of your shell. Capricorns always get a bad rep for not expressing any emotion. I think you're learning how to break out of that and express some of your authentic, true personality and nature. So some of your moon sign could be coming out, your Venus sign, your Mercury sign, unless they're all Capricorn, in which case, whatever other placements you may have, because you can't have the entire zodiac in Capricorn. So some other elements of your personality are coming out. Ultimately is what I think is happening. Some of you could be acting, branching out and expressing yourself on social media, TikTok, making reels on Instagram, on YouTube, things like that. You're having fun, you're expressing yourself, and you're learning how to tame the beast and just relax and not be so on guard, and learning not to, learning when you need to protect yourself and when you don't, and understanding that most people actually aren't a threat, even if they are trying to present themselves as a threat. Usually it's some type of projection, but you're aware of your strength. You know your power, so you know when it's not even necessary to utilize it, which is a very mature and very Capricorn thing. So it's like, I don't even have to go there with you because I would devour you. Like you wouldn't fight with a lion. All right. Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, your card is Queen of Cups. So you're learning how to connect with your emotions. You're learning how to nurture yourself, to spoil yourself a little bit. You're learning how to connect with your intuition. Some of you are expressing yourself with poetry. Some of you could be having a child as well. Or your children are making you soften up or something, or connect with your emotions. Aquarians usually are, everyone has emotions, you just don't connect that deeply with yours, but this is a card of Scorpio, so you could be connecting with your emotions in a much deeper way. And I think next year is trying to get people to do that anyway. So you could have a special effect on this energy for whatever reason. I'm trying to think of the natural aspect of Aquarius and Scorpio. I think maybe they make a minor aspect. Do they square? I don't know. Anyway, that's not important. But anyway, it's going to have a special effect on you and your emotional nature and your connection to being able to connect to your emotions, so you can be expressing yourself with like journaling or poetry, as I mentioned before. Softening up, and if even if you're not sharing that part of yourself with anyone else, it does feel very intimate and private. You're doing things to connect with your emotions. I don't know what else there could be. Bubble baths, water, going to the beach, that could help. Water therapy, things of that nature could help you connect to that water element within you. But also your mother, there could be a mother wound that comes up, just wounds in general. You could be working through them and healing them. It does feel like a healing nature, but it is Scorpionic in nature as well. So you're getting deep with something, and it's emotional in relation. So good for you. You could be doing it in private. Maybe you're going to therapy. And that's allowing you to connect deeper to your emotions, or do some emotional purging. So that's really huge. And if you keep it private, and maybe you go to therapy all next year and you never even tell anybody, that's a clear representation of what that card feels like. All right. Well, maybe you did that this year and finally you talk about it, and it's unlocking a new level of emotional therapy for you. All right. And last but not least, Pisces. The Hermits. So some of you are, maybe you're doing some things in private too. Very 12th house. But be careful not to fall into an escapist behavior because you're very notorious for that, being ruled by Neptune, co-ruled by Neptune, along with Jupiter. But that means you can get excessive and you can exaggerate with the hermit mode. And you can get lost and disassociate from society in this place. So just be mindful. Don't take it to extremes because we do have Jupiter moving into Pisces next year. And I think it's going to make a conjunction to Neptune, which is a very rare conjunction, I believe. I'll have to go double check. Someone informed me of that. So anywho, with the Hermit card is you're doing some soul searching. It's a deeply, profoundly a spiritual period for all of us, but probably more so for Pisces. With Neptune and Jupiter, your ruling signs going in your sign. So with that said, you're getting to know yourself on a much deeper level. You're dissecting your soul, your soul's purpose, your true nature. You're being very meticulous with the way you go about things. You could be doing some creative writing as well, journaling, writing lyrics and poetry as well. The Hermit card can also be indicative of researching, studying. But I feel like you're studying yourself or you're studying metaphysics or something in the nature. So some of you could be going to school for metaphysics or studying like theory, theology, is what I meant to say. Theology, philosophy, or something else along those lines, or spirituality and metaphysics, yoga, certain principles, ancient principles, or you could be getting very deep in meditation and connecting with spirit in your subconscious mind. That feels amazing. It feels like kind of like cleaning, spiritual cleaning, deep spiritual cleaning. So good for you. That was all 12 signs. And since I'm banned, I'm sure it didn't, I'm sure the viewers who popped in were from YouTube and not from Facebook, but it's all good. Hopefully you got a message from this reading. And if you did and you enjoyed it and you want to see or hear more, go watch your zodiac sign readings on YouTube. There are extended readings on Patreon. And like I said, you can join for as little as $3.33 per month, $3.33. I also have general readings, but the zodiac readings are on there as well. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it was helpful. Please like and share. And until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.